What's up, guys? I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I hope you guys are following your dreams. I hope you guys are following your intuition. And yeah, I wanted to make a quick little reading for you guys in case you needed, some words of motivation on this beautiful day. Some words of wisdom, right? Some guidance. Because, we all you may need some help, right? We all need guidance sometimes, right? It's okay. And that's what I'm here for. Oh, let me get those. Dang. Okay. We have denial, right? It says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Yeah. So, right, in life, there's going to be a lot of times, right? A lot of situations where, I think we talked about this on the last reading, right? Where you may need to face your fears, right? And it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done, right? You can say all you want that happiness is on the other side of fear, right? Like a lot of people say that. But when the time comes, right, for you to face your fears, a lot of people like to back down, right? A lot of people like to ghost situations. That's why people ghost other people, right? Because it's too much for them to handle, right? And they can't face that fear, right? And, when you ghost somebody, when you avoid those situations, right, where you need to face that fear, right, in order for you to grow as a person, that's the only way you're going to grow, right? When you come with something face to face, right? And, when you back down from that, when you walk away from something that you need to confront, right? In your head, right, you create a scenario, right? Oh, for whatever reason, right? And that's you being in denial, right? You're basically, right, putting an excuse as to why you didn't face that thing, right? You're making up an excuse in your head, right? Trying to validate your reason as to why you didn't do this. And that's you being in denial, right? But when you have awareness, right? When you're aware of people, places, and things around you, it's like you have this light in your head, right? That guides you, right? That's your enlightenment, that's your intuition, right? And once you're aware of what you need to do, right, to confront that situation, to move forward, right, with that situation, because you have, come on, let's be realistic, right? You have to face, this is life. You see that bird? You have to face issues that you may not want to in life, right? As much as you don't want to, as much as it scares you, as much as you're dreading to do it, right? You have to do it. You have to face your fears, right? That's if you want to live a life, right? That's why a lot of people go years and years, right, doing the same thing, even though they are unhappy, right? Not moving up in life, right? Being around the same toxic energy, because they rather be comfortable, right, and be unhappy and always be arguing and always be sad and always be depressed than face their fears, right? But when you're aware, right, when you have an insight of awareness in you, right, when you have that consciousness, right, you're able to confront those fears, right? Because there's nothing to be scared of, really, right? We say fears because they are really hard situations that could put an end on certain relationships. It could put an end to certain jobs, right? It could put an end to the comfort that you've been living, right, for the last X amount of years, right? It will put an end to the drama. It will put an end to, to you not being comfortable, to you moving up in life, right? And that's why it may seem so scary, because of the steps that you need to take there, right? And each of those steps, right, may have a little fear in them, right? But when you're aware, right, of where you want to be, when you're aware of your goal, right, you have insight, you have knowledge, you have wisdom, right? That if you confront this, whatever's happening, right? If you deal with this little thing, right? If you have this talk with this person, right? If you have to move, right, in order for your life to be better, right? If you have to stop working at this place, right? You have an insight that the next step will be you actually achieving what you want, right? In order for you to have this job, you have to end this job, right? Put your 2-week notice or whatever, right? In order for you to actually be happy, right? And not be in a karmic relationship, you have to end this relationship, right? But you already have insights already. You have knowledge, you have wisdom of what's coming next, right? And that knowledge and that wisdom should be enough insight, right? It should give you awareness what's to come and the amazing things that are about to come. And then we have indecision, right? I use my intuition in all aspects of life, right? So in this moment, right, that you may be in denial for whatever reason, right? You need to use your intuition, especially, right, when there are times that you need to make a decision that you've never done before, right? Especially when there are times that you need to step out of your comfort zone and confront real life situations, right? And you can be in denial all you want, right? Saying, no, I don't need to do this, or no, I don't have any fears, or no, I don't need to change anything in my life because my life is good. If your life is good, if you're happy with your life, right? If you're waking up every day, right, with a big smile on your face, and you have your dream job, you have your dream career, you have the dream person you're waking up with, right? You're full of love, you're full of happy, right? If that's your life right now, then okay, right? But you have to be truthful with yourself. You have to be honest, right? And not be in denial, because you could be in denial all you want, right? But when the time comes, right, when it's 9 in the morning for you to go to that job, right, you're dreading it, right? When it's 9 p.m. for you to go to sleep with that person, right, that you love, right, and you're dreading it, and you're being in denial. But, right, your awareness, your insight as to what you know you deserve, right, as to what you know that you want, should give you, right, should let you, right, use your intuition, right, so you can make these decisions, right, these life decisions, in order for you, right, to actually live your life, right? Yeah. And a lot of the times, right, your indecisions, right, you not being sure of what you want, you not knowing what to do, even though you do know what you want, right? Because your heart, your intuition is telling you that you're not happy here, right? And then what happens, right? Confirmation, the dog barking. And then what happens, right? You just go on about your day and you forget about it, right? And then the thought still appears in your head, right? And then you just dismiss it, thinking everything is fine. And that's you being in denial, right? Your intuition has already, right, gave you signs that there needs to be a life-changing decision in your life, right? That's God telling you, right, that you're not following the right path, right? And you need to acknowledge what you feel, right? And that's your awareness, right? Once you acknowledge it, that what you feel, right, it's important that you having awareness, right? And it will take you to making decisions, right? It will push you, right, to make decisions that you need to do, right? And you won't even feel like dreading that decision because you're already aware of how you feel, right? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have forgiveness. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Right? So whatever anyone has ever done to you, right? Could be anything from the smallest thing to the biggest thing, right? To any little lie, to a big betrayal, right? You have to find it in your heart to forgive them, right? And forgiveness, right, does not mean that you can go back and kiki with them and haha. No, it doesn't mean that, right? For me, I'm speaking from experience, for example. I've had so much betrayal, right? From people that I considered to be my family, right? From friends that I shared so much with, right? From people that I was authentic with, right? And that I would never think they would betray me, right? Or they would do all this behind my back, right? But being aware, right, gives you a lot of awareness about people, places, and things around you. But, you know, through healing, through going within, right, I was able to forgive them, right? And my understanding of forgiveness is, I know what you did. That was such a horrible thing for you to do. And I may not understand why you did it, but you did it. And it was such a bad thing, right? And I don't think I ever want to be your friend again. I don't think I ever want to hang out around you. But I forgive you, right? Because God will handle that for me, right? I forgive you because I don't need, right, to do anything on my end to try and gain revenge, right? I gave it up to the hands of God, right? And that's my understanding of forgiveness and how I forgave those, right, that did all that behind my back. And the reason why I had to do that, right, was so I don't harbor any bad feelings inside of my pretty little heart, right? Because when your heart chakra is blocked, right, when you have a lot of resentment in your heart chakra, right, when you're constantly thinking about, and part of the reason why you need to forgive them is so you don't keep thinking about the same scenarios that happen, right? When your heart, right, is constantly thinking about all that, right, and reminiscing, and oh my God, I'm so angry that you did this and that, right? It blocks you from manifesting things, right? It blocks you from moving forward in life. It blocks you, right, from loving again. It blocks you from having any type of relationship again, right? Your heart chakra is so important. That's the way a lot of people manifest, right? When it's a genuine love, when it's authentic love, right? Not this fake love that people like to show, right? And I had to do that so I wouldn't hold any resentment. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? At the beginning, I was like, dang. I was like, I can't believe you guys did this, right? But you know what I did? I took a look at myself, and I started to think about the way that I've behaved with all of them. And I've been so authentic with everyone, right? And every time that we had any type of interaction, right, I was able to be authentically me, right? I was able to give my authentic love, whether it was a friendship or on a romantic level, right? And I was proud of myself because I was always me, and there was no reason for them to do what they did, but they did it, and that was on them. Right? And just that thought, right, lets me forgive them for that. Now, I'm not ever, right, going to speak to them again. There is no reason for me to, right? I don't see why, right? There will be no, and God knows that, right? God has actually been, God, right? My spirit guides and my guardian angels and my ancestors, right, are actually on my side on that, right? There's no reason for me to have any contact or anything with them, right? They can't even get close to me even if they wanted to, right? Even if I've been able to unmask them all, right? Even if I've been able to unsolve, right, their little plan and scheme that they've been doing, right? All of the stealing, all of the fraud that they've been committing, right? Even, right, if they were telling another person, right, that I was also authentically me with, that I also gave my authentic love to, even if they were in their head, right, saying all these lies about me, right? And of course, I'm unable to communicate with them, right? Because that goes back to the scheming and planning, right? They were able to get on his phone, right? Block me from everything, right? They wanted to block the light, like it always happens, right? Even if I was unable to speak to that person, even if I have yet to speak to that person, that they put all these lies in their head about me, right? I know deep in my heart that I was always myself. And they should know that too, right? And because of that, I'm able to move forward, right? I'm able to enjoy myself. Because of that, right? I'm able to still, right, have so much love, right, overflowing. My cup of love is overflowing, right? Look at this red, like romance. Because of that, right, I am able to continue through life. And all of that, right, it took for me a while to understand, right? I have to really trust my intuition, right? So I could not make any decisions, right, that would put me back in that karmic cycle, right? Oh, why aren't you talking to me? I don't know what's going on. No, right? You should know how I acted with you. You should know the real me, because that's all I've shown you, right? And if you don't want to see that, too bad, right? And because I acknowledged, right, my fear, right? My fear was me to not talk to that person ever again, right? And I acknowledged my fear, right? And because I acknowledged my fear, right, I wasn't in denial, right? Because I had insight, I had awareness of what was going on. I had awareness of the types of lies and stuff they were putting in their head. And because of that, right, I was aware of the environment. I was aware of everything that was going on, and that allowed me to not be in denial, right? If that person really wanted to talk to me, they would reach out to me, right? From their phone, from another person's phone, online, anywhere, right? And I had to forgive them all so I could move forward, right? so I didn't harbor any resentment, so I could keep having love. Because let me tell you something, right? When you're authentic with someone, that's the best thing, right? That's the most of yourself that you can give to anyone, your authentic self. That was such a good message. Okay, let's see. Let's get one of these cards. It says, you are on the right path. And let's see what it means. 26. It says, you are on the right path. There are times when you question your steps upon life's path and ask if you're moving in the right direction. This isn't because you have lost your way, but because you are beginning to anticipate great change coming towards you. Right? And that's what we were just talking about, right? There's going to be a lot of times where you have to face your fears, right? And you have to face those fears, right? For life-changing situations, right? And even though they may seem scary, right? When you have awareness of what's coming next, the beautiful life that's arriving, right? The fear goes away. This isn't because you have lost your way, but because you're beginning to anticipate great change coming towards you. The spirit masters are telling you to breathe and be patient, and change will come in its own good time. To force it could change your destiny. When things slow down, there's always a very good reason for it. It isn't because you're going in the wrong direction. It's because you are in a time of change. So stay on the path you chose and watch for a sign that will point to your future. Right? Look at how cool this artwork is. Right? And that takes a lot of dedication, right? When you know where you want to be, right? When you know, right, that you have to change things around, right? And you're actually on the path like me, right? There's going to be so many times where people are going to get in the way, right? Especially when everyone started calling me, crazy because I was able to figure out their plan, right? Thanks to my gifts from the universe, right? But I knew I was sure of what I was doing, right? I was sure of this. Like I was sure when I started my music. Like I was sure when I started my brand, PAPI wear. Like I was sure of everything, every big step that I've taken in my life, right? But this was even more intense. This was an amazing feeling, having these gifts, right? And even though there was a lot of, opposition getting in the way, right? People just, saying all types of things, right? Slandering my name, right? Having smear campaigns against my name, right? Making people stop talking to me, right? And even though I stopped talking to a lot of people, right? I didn't care, because whoever wanted to stay on my path could stay. If not, they could leave, right? And look, I stayed focused, right? Still focused on my music, still focused on my brand, and focused on my spirituality, and focused right on my life purpose, which I was able to figure out, right, throughout this journey, right? And that's channeling messages, right? Speaking words of wisdom so people could learn what real wisdom is, what real knowledge is, right? So people could have some type of guidance, right, in their life, right, and know that they are not alone, right? Know that whatever they're going through, right, people have gone through before, and how they were able to get through it, how I was able to get through it, and that is why I'm here, right? And just how I'm doing it here on a video, I could do that with you guys in person, right? But I have many other gifts that I'm able to practice, right? Not just these reads, right? Energetic gifts, right? And heal others, right? That is ancient wisdom. But yeah, let's get one of the spirit ally cards to close this reading. Oh, by the way, guys, my necklace, I'm selling it. I'm selling this one, and I'm selling so many more on my brand PAPI. All you gotta do is go to www.papiwear.com, and there you're gonna find this necklace along with all the other cool necklaces that I make, and you can even order it online too. I would appreciate it if you guys check out my website. It's my own stuff, and I make it myself. And not only do I have jewelry, but I have artwork, I have clothes, I have hats, I have glasses, I have bags. I have a lot of stuff. Make sure to check it out. Oh, that one just spirit was like, read this one. It says tiger's eye. Let's see what it means. 24. It says tiger's eye. Tiger's eye. With reflective stripes that glimmer in the sun. Do you guys hear the birds? How beautiful. Okay. With reflective stripes that glimmer in the sun, this golden brown stone is a bridge to connect you with the earth. Tiger's eye can help to promote clarity, dispel anxiety, and bring you good luck. Connecting with the root chakra, right? The root chakra is your base, right? What keeps you grounded, right? Like I said before, you shouldn't be sharing that with just anybody. Just FYI, right? Because what causes, right? It starts to cause imbalances, right? People you shouldn't be sharing it with can drain that, right? Can make you sick, it could cause a lot of things. Connecting with the root chakra, tiger's eye is a stone that encourages grounding, what I just said without even reading it, and connecting with your roots, both ancestrally and out in nature. Whether you are directly familiar with your ancestors or not, you can connect with them in meditation and the dream world. You were born within this lifetime to heal and connect with your highest self, right? And that is, right, our journey here on earth, right? To connect with our higher self, right? And our higher self, I've said this before, right, is our authentic self, right? The self that knows it all without all of the traumatic experiences that happen in your life, right? And a lot of people forget that, right? Because that's something that you need to learn, right? We forget that when we're born again, right? And it is our purpose, it is our journey on earth to connect with that, right? You were born within this lifetime to heal and connect with your highest self. But in order to do that, there can be a lot of deep work to do on a healing, and in order to do that, there can be a lot of deep work to do on healing the root causes but in order to do that, there can be a lot of deep work to do on healing the root causes and issues around ancestral wounds in your lineage, right? And that is what I was saying, right? There's a lot of things, right, that we don't know that we need to heal, but we need to heal them, right? So we can move forward in life, so we can become a better person, so we can become a wiser person, right? If you have a fear of something, that is a sign that you need to heal, right? If you don't want to do something because you're scared of what other people are going to say about you, right? Those are childhood wounds, right? If you can be alone, right? That could be a mother wound, a mother wound, right? There's a lot of wounds that we have, right? That we're wounded as we're growing older, right? And it is not until you take a step back and you go within and you figure out those wounds, right, where you can heal yourself, right? And not only for the benefit of yourself, right, but the benefit of your future relationships, right? Whether it's friends or on a romantic level, right? And when two healed people come together, that is the connection of a lifetime, right? Allow nature to be your companion on this journey and take some time to connect with the trees. Right? Go hug a tree, right? Go barefoot into the grass, right? And leave your feet there, right? Your feet. I'm from Cuba, right? And just put your feet on the grass, put your feet on the dirt, right? And feel how connected we are to the earth, and ground yourself, right? Yeah, allow nature to be your companion on this journey and take some time to connect with the trees, flowers, and the dirt beneath your feet. I literally said that before even reading that. Welcome the life force of the planet that's always available to support you, right? This planet has so many things, right? This planet is full of life. This planet is beautiful, right? And you should be excited for your life. You should be excited, right, for new adventures. You should be excited, right, to feel love. You should be excited to be happy. Right? You should be excited to wake up every day, right? But start taking time for yourself a little bit, right? If you don't feel like you're doing that, start little by little, right? Meditate 10 minutes a day, put a guided meditation on, right? Try and figure out what wounds you have, what are your fears, right? How you can overcome them, right? Do some shadow work, right? If you're always angry, if you're always mad, if you feel like you're always hating on people, if you feel like you are jealous of someone, right? That's inner work that you have to do, right? Those are things that you need to heal, because those are not emotions that your highest self feel, right? At all. Those are low vibrational emotions, right? From this 3D world, right? But your highest self knows better. Your intuition knows better, right? Your highest self is always guiding you towards your destination, right? Which is why your intuition is always telling you what you should and should not do, right? And when you follow your intuition, right, it's a step closer to where your higher self is guiding you, right? That's where God wants you to be, right? And when we don't follow that, that's when we lose track of time, right? And we go in the wrong direction, in the wrong path, right? We enter karmic cycles. We entertain people, places, and things that are just dragging us down, right? That are putting illusions in our head, right? Making us think, right, that they want what's best for us. When in reality, right, they are not in touch. They're not in tune with their highest self, right? They have no wisdom, right? They have no knowledge about life. They have no knowledge about anything but to be low vibrational, right? They have no knowledge but to cause chaos and conflict. They have no knowledge, right, than to just hate on others, right, and try and compete with other people, right? And those are the people, right, that act one way with us and one way with other people, right? And they can distract us from our dreams. They distract us from us being in tune with our highest self. They distract us with their lies. They distract us with their behaviors. They distract us with their manipulation. They distract us in so many ways, right? That when you disconnect from those people, right? When you take time for yourself, right? And you get away from that low vibrational energy, you will really see how much you are missing out, right? But it's okay. It's never too late to figure that out. All right. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, right? And just remember, stay focused, stay on the right path. And by that, right, by how you stay on the right path. I always say this, by following your intuition. All right, peace.